Did you know that a little under 40% of new entrants into the workforce in Australia since COVID started were over the age of 55? We've actually hit a participation rate in the high 70% of workers that are over 55 in the Australian workforce. And there are two main reasons that have been driving this. It is boredom and broke. So let's dive right in and let's have a look at how we can address these issues and what people planning to retire in Australia should actually be thinking about. Hi there, I'm Jared Brown, Australian expat financial planner based here in Singapore. Thank you for tuning into the video today. Now here we are looking at retirement planning in Australia and what you need to think about. As I mentioned, the two big drivers for older generations, those over 55 and 60, returning to the workforce are being driven by the fact that they are broke, they haven't planned their money properly, and they are bored, they haven't planned their time properly. Most studies show that people age fastest when they retire. They haven't planned what they're going to spend their time on. They haven't planned projects, what they'll be involved doing. They just think, I'll worry about it when I get there. So in this video, I want to share with you two simple things, nothing really to do with the money aspect. We've covered that in droves. We've got plenty of other videos on how to plan your finances around money. But the two other variables I want to highlight are accountability and responsibility. Because if you can tick both of these boxes in your retirement, chances are you will live a very long, fulfilling retirement and of course, look a lot younger than you really are. Now, a lot of people think of responsibility and accountability as one in the same. The fact is they do overlap, but they are different. Responsibility you can think of as being responsible for the task, and accountability is who is actually held accountable for the thing that you're doing. So what is that task actually part of? What is the project? What is the actual organization? What is that all going to lead to? And who is ultimately accountable for that? So when we look at how do you address these variables, how do you plan to actually tick both of these boxes when you retire? Now, there is no one size fits all naturally, but here are a few suggestions that you might want to think about to live a long and fulfilling retirement in terms of both accountability and responsibility. First, you could continue working, of course. Many people plan to continue working well beyond their retirement years, and it's not because they can't afford to, it's because they actually enjoy what they're doing. Far few people actually really enjoy their job, really get up out of bed in the morning with a spring in their step, excited about their day, but those that do often have no problem continuing work. So that is obviously an option. Option two, or other consideration, is you can go out and mentor somebody or mentor a group of people. You've got years of experience in your field, running a business, whatever it may be, go out and give back to one or a group of people. You will find that being responsible, being accountable for what that person achieves is incredibly fulfilling and gives you a great purpose. It also gives you someone young to catch up with, chat to, see how they're going, and somebody else to actually stay connected with. The third is to get involved in volunteer organisations. So things like Rotary, Lions Club, your local charity, whatever it may be, by getting involved in various projects, by going along to meetings, developing a new network of people, gives you that sense of responsibility, because if you're involved in projects, you need to turn up or somebody's not going to get the money that they had planned for, budgeted on, and those sick children or those trees that are not getting planted, whatever the result is, naturally that sense of responsibility is going to drive your involvement, one would certainly hope. So there are three things that you can consider. The fourth, you consider coaching, teaching, whatever it may be, consulting, giving back your skills on more of a contractor basis. Now, you may do that on a paid or unpaid basis, completely up to you, but naturally just something else to think through, something else to get involved in. Now, the fifth, of course, is you could go out and get involved in a sport. Now, if it's a team sport or a sport that you play with a group, again, that responsibility turning up for someone. It might even be personal training. Now, I think personal training should be something that continues well into your retirement years. There is an inundated amount of evidence that supports the fact that personal training and general fitness will allow you to live a much longer and healthier lifestyle. So naturally, I expect that that should continue. However, it also drives that accountability. Your trainer, your group of friends, your teammates, those that you're playing golf with, expect you to be there. They expect you to turn up. They want to do the thing together. So naturally, that drives a bit more accountability and responsibility on your part. And of course, the final one that I would like to mention is just getting involved in a class or course, whether you're teaching it or participating in it. Again, this sense of accomplishment, this sense of drive, learning something new. It might be extending the skills you already have. It might be something completely out of left field. These are just 6 things that I think you should consider. Again, if you can tick that accountability, that responsibility box, those 2 variables are going to pay dividends in the long run. The finances is the easy part when it comes to retirement planning. It's often these other building blocks that go overlooked and missed that people don't spend enough time thinking about. So I hope that's been helpful. I hope that sheds a bit of light on what you need to think about. Thank you for tuning in. Please do like, subscribe to the channel. I look forward to seeing you next time.